You want to get that right, first of all, so it's a good question, because if you order one, you own it. They're more often than not, you're getting custom-made windows. Anytime you're ordering windows, there's some standard sizes that work in a new construction capacity a lot of times, because you can make the opening what you want it to be. But if you're measuring for your own in your own home, what I would recommend is probably hire a professional, because you don't want to get it wrong. But if you're going to do it yourself, I recommend taking 3 measurements of the width and 3 measurements of the height, so that those are the measurements, that the rough opening measurements that the manufacturer or the company you're working with that's going to be building your windows would want. The opening from left to right, and from north to south, are the only measurements they really need for the window. And you take 3 different measurements. And then a lot of people say, well, you average them, but I typically work with what was the tightest measurement, because if you get the new window and it's too big, then you're into a bigger mess there. And you don't want to be too small either. But if the original window fit in there and your smallest variance is usually 1/4 inch, then a small piece of trim can fix something like that. But it's pretty critical to get that right and take care. I mean, I think you can measure while it's in there, but it's almost like I would show you would want some images, because there's things like trim that's in the way or may fool you. And it's like, am I measuring from here when it says 3 measurements, and I'm measuring the opening, but knowing the way that a window goes in, trim, like there may be trim or other things in there that you aren't supposed to include or are. And so it can be sensitive. I mean, you can make a mistake pretty easily if you haven't done it before. So definitely, if I was going to do it, or someone was going to do it for the first time, I would suggest you get some good picture references so that you're measuring the right things.